This one's just me right now. Melissa's having food, and her mic's off because I don't want the sounds of crunchy food being recorded. But yeah, I decided I'm gonna do a quick one, just to kind of pass the time, since we are gonna be recording more of the Kirby game. So to pass the time, I just looked at the games on the fucking shelf and said, I guess we're doing this one. This is Kid Adventures Sky Captain. Let's be Sophie. And let's see what happens. I feel like I played this game before. Isn't it a lovely day? Oh shit, this is motion control, yeah. Okay. Simple enough. Tilt your Wii remote from side to side. Seems easy enough. Okay, you boost with one and you tilt it back to climb higher. Yeah, I kind of figured that part out. Okay, I think I got this. How do I skip the tutorial? I don't care. Just want to fucking... Yeah, I got it. I got it. It's not that hard. Come on. B is your stump button. Cool. Excellent. I love it. Okay, here's the Sky Captain. Yeah, I remember playing this a long time ago. Fun fact, I weirdly like airplane games. And when the Wii was like on its way out, I just went to GameStop and I picked up like a bunch of random games. And this was one of them. I think I got this for like $2 or something. And I was like, I mean, I couldn't find any reviews on it. Like, no one had fucking played this game. And it looked like it was for like young children based on the art and stuff. But I said, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. There's actually a lot of games. There's actually a lot of games on the Wii that I picked up when the Wii was like going out, and a lot of them are very like, you can't find any fucking things on them because no one played them. And I feel like this is one of them. I feel like no one cared that this was out. Clock tower's on fire. Oh my god! I died! Because this fucking guy wouldn't shut the fuck up. Oh. So how do I drop it? Okay. Yeah, there's this one. There's like Penny Racers was another one. Oh fuck. Woo! That I couldn't find any footage on. There's like a mushroom game. I won the victory. I think? No? Did I? Maybe I need more water. Yeah, and I'll get to playing them. But I figured I'll do this one first, since I remember it not being the worst game in the world. I thought I... Come on! Experience? What do I get for experience? Rank up. Come on, buddy. Turn better. There you go. Ooh, there's a whale. There's a whale. It's going in the pit. Do I just fly around and hang out? Is that what's going on? Just get experience by flying close to the water? My mad skills. Is there a map of the island? Missions. Let's do that. Photograph each of the whales. Okay. How do I... Take this camera. Press A when you get close to it. You need to take a photograph of each of the whales. Okay. Alright. Okay. Where am I going? There's one. Got it. I'm the fucking sky captain. Da-na-na-na-na. I feel like this is a game I probably tried to get Janet to play, but she was really bad at it because she has, well, she was a kid, but also she doesn't have control. Like, she would try to turn the controller too far. This is all motion controlled, by the way. The only buttons I'm pressing are to accelerate and stuff. So if I look like I'm playing like shit, it's because it's motion controlled. And I know Alyssa, were she speaking, would have a comment for that about how I suck.
Victor is bad.
It cuts so deep. It cuts so deep. Let's see, what's going on in the world? I mean, nothing really. Like, nothing exciting's happening because everyone's just talking about the Rona.
Stop bringing up the Rona.
I mean, I think, I saw something that a Japanese, like a famous Japanese comedian died due to the corona. He was like 70 or something. Pop all the hot air balloons by flying into them. Someone has cut the rope. Fly into the balloons to pop them. All of them? These ones too? Oh my god. I hope there's no one in these hot air balloons. It's a very, very simple looking game. You can literally play with one hand because it's all motion based. What else is happening? Oh, in the news of Fire Emblem Heroes, I've been having all the luck with my hero summonings. Every banner that's come out in the last like 3 weeks has given me the unit I want, and I'm grateful for that because most of the time I don't get shit. Actually, no, I get shit. Actually, I just get Garbo units. But yeah, this game takes me back to, I think it was like 20, I don't know, it was like 2010 maybe? Around that time? That was a weird time. That was a decade ago. I was a completely different person back then. I think I was still in community college. Just kind of hanging out. Taking a bunch of stupid ass classes that did nothing for me. All the English and the math and all that stuff that you kind of have to take. But then I also took astronomy, which I didn't really learn anything from. I took math a few times because I didn't care. Actually, no. So what happened with math was I had like an algebra class, and I didn't really pay attention, and I had this Russian lady as a teacher, and she was like, "Hey, you need to pay attention and like, you know, like stop goofing around." And I was just like, "This is fucking easy. Like, I don't need to be here. I don't know why I'm in this class." She's like, "Yeah, but there's a reason you're here. Like, there's probably something you don't know, and you goofing off means that you're never gonna actually learn it." So I was like, "Yeah, whatever, lady," and I didn't pay attention. And then, like, I would even skip class because I'm just like, as long as I turn in the homework and do the test, like, I don't give a shit. And then we got to a part, fuck. I don't remember what part of math it was, but it was something where you use the FOIL method, whatever the fuck that is. And I did not understand what that was at all. And then I went from having an A in the class, like this was 16-week classes. It was like week 12. And then after that, like, I failed. Like, I failed the whole class because I was just like, I don't fucking understand this. I don't want to understand this. This is stupid. And then I fucking failed the class. Because I was so arrogant, thinking that I didn't need to go to the class. And then the second time I took that same class, I took it with forget his name, but it was this older Japanese guy. And he was pretty good. I remember there was like a guy in that class who always sat next to me because I always sat in the back. And he was like a I don't know if he like used to be a gang member or if he still was. I think he was like trying to reform or something. But I remember him being like, always being like, "Hey Vic, like, give me the answers, like, hey, help me out with this." And I think I tutored him at the library a couple times. But yeah, like he would always sit next to me because he would like try to figure out, like, because he didn't understand some of the stuff that was going on. But yeah, I helped him pass the class, just cause. Oh shit, I dropped my shipment. No. And then what else? I took political science with, oh fuck, what was his name? I don't remember his name, but I had Anna in the class. And we both took the class, and it was one of those things again where she was basically like, "Oh, I'm struggling. Aren't you going to study?" And I'm like, "No, this is easy." And I never studied for any test, and I think I did better in every test than she did. And she like studied and like did all this stuff to try to better herself, and I just kind of went through it, going through the motions. But that was fun having her in the class. I think that was the only class we took together. What else did I take in community college? Oh, I took fucking biology. We did like experiments and stuff. But I didn't like that class. There was too much like writing that was going on. Like and then later on, Janet took the class, and like years later, fucking like way years later, and she had the same fucking teacher, and I think she recognized the last name, which is a recurring theme that happened with any of us, because our last name is not very common. So a lot of teachers would be like, "Oh, are you related to what's in what?" And yeah, except there was one girl in elementary school who had our last name, and people would ask if she was related to us, and we would also say no. We always say no because yeah, we just didn't, like, I don't know, I didn't know her like that. I was never friends with her. And yeah, I don't like sharing my last name, except with Alyssa if we ever get married. So she's gonna take my last name and forever be infinitely cooler. What else did I take?
Newton is a cool last name.
It's not as cool as mine. Nothing's as cool as mine. I'm full of myself. Anyway, I think it said I have a new airplane, so let's try to get the new airplane. But what else? Oh, I took music appreciation, and that was a really fun class. I was like on the teacher's mailing list for his band, and I would get emails like, "Hey, like Terry has a new." I don't remember what the rest of his Terry something, but he's like, Terry has a new like Christmas album or fucking whatever. He was a cool guy. It was also really interesting taking those classes, especially stuff like music or even art, because a lot of the time there was people there who were like, it was like a middle-aged lady, like, you know, who are just, they're going back to school because they want a better job. And you know, like the college wasn't like a nice college or whatever. It was in like the pit of downtown LA, and a lot of like the poor neighborhood people went to it. So it was a lot of, you know, like lower income, not as educated people that were going there. But it was interesting taking classes with them because you, like, I would say growing up, we probably were lower income at the beginning, but then my dad got better job and we were like middle class, I guess. But you know, going to like the colleges and even like high school and stuff with people who are like lower income, you get a lot of different perspectives. But specifically going to community college and going to those classes with like legit just like you see stereotypes or like on like comedy shows where they stereotype like a black lady and she's just like extra. Like we had like women like that in some of the classes, and it might sound like, oh well, that's stupid or whatever, but it was actually interesting because they would just come up with like like everyone's trying to think of something critically or whatever, and then they would just say something that just was so out of left field that at first it sounds like they're just joking around, and then you think about it more and it's like, oh my god, like they're looking at it from a completely different point of view that you personally would never look at it. And yeah, a lot of interesting discussions, especially in the music class, because of that. So that was a fun, I guess, like side effect of going to that college and not going to like a 4-year like right off the bat. I mean, I also dropped out of high school, so I mean I probably couldn't go to a 4-year if I wanted to. What else? Fuck, what other? I remember there being some cool classes. Well, that was the first time I took any art classes other than AP art in high school. And again, it was a lot of people that were just in there because they're like, oh, art, this is going to be easy. Like, this is an easy grade. This is an easy elective. And yeah, you had people there who were just like, and the teacher was very much used to it, where she's just like, yeah, like just do whatever and you'll get a grade. But then there was a few people where they were like, no, I kind of care a little bit more about this. And then the teacher would spend more time with them. But, ooh, what is that? But yeah, I learned, like my first painting I ever did was in the college art class. I think it's just like a dude looking out a window or something. Because it was, I think we were supposed to like copy one of the old masters or whatever they call it. That was pretty cool. And then it was called 2D art, but I think the 4-year colleges called it like, God, what do they call it? Like color and design? Is that what it's called, Alyssa? Color and design? That was a class, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but they called it something different, and it was structured differently. But I remember going to HSU and seeing the kind of work that they were doing in that class, and realizing that I had done some of it. Because I originally thought, like, yeah, I never had that class, but I guess I did. Am I just doing the same missions over and over? But yeah, community college was an interesting time. 2010. I remember I had a PE class, and that's when I lost like a ton of weight because I was doing like I was on the bike thing, like every time I would be there, I would do it nonstop for the whole time I'd be there, and then my legs would feel like shit. But I remember, yeah, that was around that time was when I lost like a shit ton of weight. Because I finally got on my medicine. I finally found out I needed medicine, and then I started doing the exercise. And then I also had to go to the clinic for like all my appointments and shit, and I was doing that on my own. So like I was taking a bunch of public transportation, and then sometimes I would just kind of walk around West Hollywood by myself because I didn't feel like going home. So that was pretty cool. It weirdly enough never felt dangerous out there. Maybe I was just like whatever about it, but I never remember being like oh no. Ooh, an airplane. What does he do? But yeah, when this game came out, it was definitely a much different time. We were still in Obama time. Janet was in like middle school, high school. I don't remember. I don't remember what. I don't even know what year she graduated. I feel bad. But I went to all of her graduations, and every time she went up, I was the loudest one screaming. And I remember when I did the elementary school one, like when I yelled, I fucking like hurt my voice. It was in a little auditorium, and it was just a bunch of little fifth graders, and they're like, Janet Batts, and then because they were like, please don't yell. But there was a lot of families were like, oh my god, my baby, blah blah blah. And then when Janet went, I was just like, yeah. And then I remember Janet and the principal fucking looking over, and Janet I think was like slightly embarrassed because she was just like, oh god. Because Anna was like, are you gonna yell? I was like, no, I'm not gonna yell. Like, I'm not gonna fucking make a scene. She's like, come on, bro, do it. And then I was like, dude, like, no. And then when it came down to it, I was just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just do it. And yeah, I remember. Then the middle school one was at like a little. God, what was it on? It was in like Compton or something. But it was like a little convention center type thing, or like a community center or something. And then the high school one, I don't remember that one. Oh, the high school one I think was at Trade Tech. But yeah, I went to all of her things. Who knows if she's gonna get one for college because of the Rona. But yeah, she cannot say that I never went and supported her, because that is false. I've been to all of her things. I've been to literally every single one of her things.
Make a case for yourself?
Well, because before this whole coronavirus thing happened, they were like, oh, hey, my graduation in Santa Cruz is going to be in like this time of year. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to go to that one. Like, I've been to all your other ones. Like, I've been to more than like, I think my mom's the only other one. We're like even, but I think I've been to more than my dad and more than and more than Anna. So like, I get a pass. So that was, but now I don't even know what's gonna happen or if they're gonna do it or what. I don't remember if she's like, oh, I really want to, or if she's just like, I'm just gonna do it just cause. I don't remember, but I remember having the conversation with her where it was one of those things where it was just like, I'm just gonna do it. Oh god. But yeah, she was supposed to graduate this semester. Now is supposed to be her last one, but then this fucking virus hit, and it's still supposed to be her last one. It's just all her classes are online. So it's kind of weird because she's not actually going to school. But I don't know. It's crazy times we live in. I don't think anyone who's alive now, I don't think has experienced something like this before. And it really is bizarre going outside to go grocery shopping. There's just like, it's a ghost town. There's no traffic. Everyone in the store is like panicking and wearing masks and trying not to touch people, and like I don't know how big of a deal it is, like in terms of like how deadly it is. I'm not looking at any of that stuff, but I do think it's interesting. It's like a giant social experiment, just to kind of see what people do and when they're uncertain and they're kind of pushed towards fear based off everything in the news is like, Corona will kill you, don't pet your dog. Like everything is just like, you will fear this and this will consume you. And yeah, it's just interesting to see how different people react to everything, and how some people, like before I decided I was going to quarantine, when I was still at work, we would have people who were coming, because we only were doing store pickup because we didn't want anyone in the building, and people would be like, how come I can't go in? And it's like, because no one's gonna fucking go in. Like, they're trying to keep people from getting sick, and they're like, well, I don't care, like I need to go in there. It's like, well, what do you need from in there? We can get it for you, and then you'll have it. It's like, well, I don't know what I want, that's why I'm here. It's like, okay, well, then you obviously don't fucking need anything, because we're trying to help you. And like I had to the first day where we had like the store in shutdown mode, store pickup mode, I was talking to a guy on the phone because I was calling everyone to check out all the appliance orders, and I talked to a guy and I was like, hey, so any installation, anything that requires our team to go into your house has been postponed for a minimum of 2 weeks, because they want to keep the safety of both customers and the team, so they're not going to let any team members into anyone's house. So if you had any installations, you are going to get delayed by 2 weeks, and then we'll see where we're at from there, and then we can schedule everything. A lot of people were like, okay, thank you for keeping me updated, like I understand, like no worries, thank you for at least giving me a personal call instead of just kind of letting me find out via email or whatever, just normal human being shit. And then other people are like, well, how come you guys can't come? My plumber's coming out to do the work. How come you can't fucking install a dishwasher? I'm like, first of all, you can wash dishes by your hand, because that's how fucking nature intended it. So I don't understand these people who are like, oh, I can't live without my dishwasher. Oh no, I died. Like, you literally fucking just use your hands. Oh my god, it died again. Yeah, but like I had people yelling, like being mad that their item wasn't gonna be delivered, and I'm just like, how terrible of a human being do you have to be? How self-centered, or like the world revolves around me only, do you have to be to think like, hey, there's people dying and people can get sick, and guess what? Like, yeah, you're a customer, but we're also like the business wants to make sure that their employees don't die. And then for people to just be like, well, you guys told me you were gonna do this and now you're not. That's bullshit. It's like, yeah, well, fucking, you're probably in the age range where you could potentially die, so I don't think you should be like yelling at anyone. I don't know. It just pissed me off. It made good days turn into bad ones, talking from like, just, I think it was a list of like 40 people that we were calling, between me and someone else. And Like the responses were like, I think she like my coworker when she got to like 10 in, she was like, oh my god, I can't do this anymore. Like this is fucking exhausting. I'm like, yeah, because customers are fucking stupid. But whatever. I decided I was not really essential, and since Alyssa works in downtown, and she told me that there had been people in the store who were showing signs and were blatantly just trying to spread it. Like
showing signs and trying to keep themselves entertained.
yeah. Oh well, I mean, I don't know. You're
A woman literally came in and told us she had been tested for COVID and hadn't gotten the results back, which was great. People are great. Humans are idiots. Truly.
yeah. So what? I was just like, one, I'm not really doing anything at work. Like I was legitimately just calling people, but I got told that I didn't have to call anyone because our phone team was going to handle everything. Two, we can't really set up any orders or anything because people can't come in the building, and we can't fucking do any installs. So there's really like, unless I wanted to run around and like do all the picking stuff to do the curbside pickups and stuff, I didn't have a purpose to be in the store. And it also looks shitty when it's like, Victor, can you just stay at the phones and answer phones all day? And then I'm just sitting there and everyone else is running around like maniacs trying to get the store together. It looks like I'm not doing anything, and I don't want it to look like I'm not doing anything when, you know, it just looks bad on my part. So I was just like, man, I'm just gonna stay home, not stress it. Like everyone else in my department decided to like not show up, so you know, I'll just stay home. So I don't really feel bad for not being there. I gave them a chance to give me something to do, and they didn't really give me anything to do. And you know, I get paid regardless, so rather just be at home. And if I get it from Alyssa working with fucking dummies, then whatever. But at least it won't spread. And all right, well, that's it. What is this game called? Fucking Sky Adventure, Spy Kids 3D. Yeah, that's it for Spy Kids 3D. I think I just talked about school in Corona. Whatever. Oh, there we go. Kid Adventure Sky Captain. All right, well, I'm done.